What up, world? Man, y'all already know who this is and what this is. It's your partner, your folk, your cousin on your daddy's side. Mr. 63 divided by 9 times 4 divided by 2 minus 8 plus 1. And I am exactly who I said I was. But anyway, I'm just stopping through today on some being informative type stuff. But also on some, some things that I think we overlook and we don't see the importance in as people, right? Outside of just business, just speaking on a personal level, which eventually would evolve into the business or transfer over to the business, or however you choose to look at it. Personal credit. People need to understand how essential it is to have decent credit. When you have good credit, you're looked at differently. When you go into these places to purchase cars, or say you want to buy a house, or say you just want to be able to utilize your name in a way that it can work for you and not against you in terms of people just, your credit's not that well. Or if you go to certain places, you try to get a car or a loan, well, how's your credit? They're going to ask you that before they ask you how you're doing, or what do you do for a living, or any of these things. You know, people need to understand the advantage and having good credit. Excuse me, I'm on the interstate. I ain't wrestling with this Atlanta traffic. Anybody been up here, y'all know how it is, but you got to be able to drive for you and everybody else. But anyway, back to the point. I've heard, don't know how true it is, and I really don't know if I believe it, that your personal credit doesn't have to be really good to obtain business credit. Now, the reason I say that I don't believe it is because when I first started trying to get my business credit established and get me a business credit card, although I had a relationship with Navy Federal, the bank, which wound up extending me a great line of credit for my business alongside personal line of credit, they checked my Experian credit report, my personal credit, to determine if I was worthy of the credit that they would extend me for my business. That's why I say I don't believe it, but hey, I don't know enough about that to speak on it, but I do know what I went through, what I was exposed to, and for me, I would say getting your personal credit right is so important. If you got things on your credit, man, there's people out here, it's champions at this, fixing your credit the legal way without doing something that's going to go against you, future tense. If you can, I look at it like this. Us as males, black males or whatever, a lot of us living in the social media era in the microwave era. And what I mean by that is they want it now. They see it now, they want it now. Not understanding the process that some of these people that we admire or look up to has gone through in order to obtain what they have now. And you can't compare your level of success to someone else's success. Meaning, you can't look on the internet and say, hey, they doing really good. They booming, they balling. Keep in mind, it is social media. In some cases, it may be true. In a lot of cases, it's not. But with that being said, you can't look at what they have and look at what you have and compare the narratives. I ain't doing as good as I'm supposed to be doing because I ain't got... You don't know how long they've been at that. You don't know how well they're actually doing. What you have to do is look at where you were, past tense, to where you are, present tense, to where your train is going, future tense. You have to look at things in your dynamic. You can't compare your level of success to someone else's level of success. And a lot of these people have really, really put in leg work to get where they are. Some of them just front for the gram, front for the book. Or like my partner say, front for face paper. We have to be more studious, more attentive, and more diligent, industrious in our own affairs. This is where we can gauge, if you will, our level of success. I look at where I was 2 years ago, and I look at where I'm at currently, and man, complete 720. You know what I mean? My whole life has been transitioned. For the better, of course. And I thought I was okay then. Until I start opening my eyes and seeing things for its real value. And realizing that there was so many things in life I wanted to do so many things in life I wanted to accomplish, so many things, physical and mental, that I wanted to obtain. So I had to make a few modifications in my life in order to reach the pinnacles that I knew I had the potential to reach from the inception of it all, right? So we, individually, alongside collectively, need to band together in terms of helping each other out and helping each other understand what's important in life overall. I've never been that type of person to tell somebody, you need to do, you need to go. No, there's so many things that I need to do in my own personal life that I have no leverage. I have no right to tell someone else what they need to do. You know, that's just not who I am as a person. I don't sign up for that. You know, it's two places I've learned that I wasn't trained or wired to go. Two places my GPS won't even pick up. Out my way and back and forth. It's two places I'm never going. But I say that to say that we have to get our shit together. You know? Get our credit right. Get our mind right. Get our situations right. So that future tense, it can help us. You know what I mean? It feels good going somewhere and popping out a credit card with a high limit on it. Now, when you get it, you need to be sensible. This ain't your college days. When you went to school and they gave you your first credit card and you looking at it like it's free money and couldn't wait to go to the mall and buy 2 pairs of shoes and an outfit, because that's all you were going to give them, the $300 limit they gave you, right? And now you feeling, well, if I pay my little $25 a month, my minimum monthly payment, I'm fine. Okay, you pay it on time, you cool, but now they knocking your head off for the interest every month. We not understanding the value in getting good credit, getting credits with high limits, paying our bills with them, and then coming back in the cash that we would have spent on the bills, pay the credit card back. Not only do we get rewards points or miles, depending on the card that you have, but you also build up that credit score. You feel what I'm saying? If something ever happened with your credit card, unauthorized purchase or anything, the credit card company gonna take care of that. Not so much on a debit card. They need to investigate. They need to do this. They need to do that to make sure that it wasn't you. So what I'm saying to y'all is, although you guys may feel like, well, he's going on a tangent. No, everything is tied in because everything is bound by cause to every other thing. The main thing I'm pointing out right here is having good credit and having a good name is so much more valuable than just having a shitload of money. You take a guy, and now, don't take this in a boastful way. I'm not saying this to be ostentatious in no way. And most certainly, I'm not saying it to be adversarial. What I'm saying is, you can take a guy with $100,000 cash money, and you can take me in my situation. I don't have $100,000 cash, but overall, I'm in a better position than he is. Why? Because I could go borrow the $100,000 cash, make it work for me, and allow that money that I'm working for, which in turn becomes passive income, to pay the people back who let me borrow the $100,000. Why? Because I have a good name. I have good credit. These are things that are essential for our growth. Please, man, if you out here in these streets, you can go buy these new Jordans they done released 13, 14 times. Man, you can go pay somebody to get that bullshit off your credit. You feel what I'm saying? You can go pay somebody to get your trade line. You know what I mean? Get your little credit history. Build your credit. Get your credit right. So when it comes time for you to go get that car that you've been thinking about that you want, guess what? You can go get it now with no money down. You can also get it with a cheaper interest rate. Why? Because you have a good name and good credit. Understand the value in what I'm telling y'all, man. And I'm getting a little excited because I know how important it is. And I'm saying to you the things that I've done myself. I'm not saying go do something that I haven't done. You know? I ain't never asked nobody to do shit for me that I wouldn't do myself. You feel me? And at the end of the day, you're not doing this for me. You're doing this for you. If you care about your future, care about your livelihood, care about the benefits that your kids can reap. Like, say, for example, my daughter's 20 years old. She's in college. By us having good credit, me and her mother having good credit, it was okay. Let me put you on my card. She don't even need a card. She just need the history and to be able to ride our coattail. Now she's at a 740, 750. You understand what I'm saying? When she graduates college in 1 year, Who knows what she'll be able to do with her own name. A lot of us never learned the advantages of credit when we were young, because our parents didn't have good credit. They was just trying to make ends meet, which I understand it, but for us to be able to garner this knowledge, right, and then not share it, or not put our siblings, our kids onto this, our close associates, our partners. Hey, bro, man, listen, I know somebody with fit credit, dog. Man, you out here buying 4-5 pair of Jordans and chains and all this old kind of shit. Man, get your credit right. Get your credit right. So then when you start building your business, leading into that, guess what'll happen? You'll have some leverage. You'll be able to leverage that into other stuff. Man, the goal now is to do shit off other people's money. And the other people that I'm speaking of is these banks, these big corporations. Here it is, you go take your $100,000, you put it in the bank, they give you 0.007% interest on the money that you got sitting in the bank account. But here it is, they loan it out at 14, 15%, depending on who they loan it to. Some people may get a better interest rate because they have better credit and better relationships with the banks. So us not understanding that, we just fall victim to it. I've got the money in the bank, it's good, I'm sitting on it, it's FDIC and shit. Okay. You come out better putting your money somewhere work and grow. The main thing that I've learned in life is when you allow your money to work for you, you will realize that your money works harder than you. You follow me? Like I say, I'm not in the best position in the world or in the best position of my life. At this point, I'm in the best position of where I was. It's so much more to come for me. But I'm not going to front and make like I'm not in a great position as far as being able to utilize my name, being able to take that and allow that to be an avenue that I can travel to benefit my kids, to benefit my future, business-wise and personal-wise. You know what I mean? So, again, I stress this. Get your credit right. Get your credit right. But I will say this. People say, if you got good credit, you don't need money. In a lot of ways, that's true. Excuse me. In a lot of ways, that's very true. But I will say that you need to have something steady enough to make sure that the credit stays where it needs to stay. Meaning, if you got credit cards and you going wherever, you spending and doing whatever, somebody got to be able to pay it, right? In order for that credit to maintain where it's at or continue or incessantly grow. So, and even when you go to get them credit cards and stuff, man, try to stay below 30% of the limit. Sometimes we go above it, because we have things going on. Some things are unexpected. So, yeah, but if you can, try to keep them things below 30%. You know what I mean? Because that shows creditors, bankers, or whoever, that you're responsible with credit. Make them payments. Pay 2-3 times a month if you can. If you got a $300 balance and you got 5 checks coming this month, because some months have 5 Fridays, you may have, I ain't gonna say an extra check, but you have an additional check. It's the difference to me between extra and additional. All right, you got that additional check, go ahead and pay. Let me go and shoot $150 on this credit card. I'd already paid the due amount, but let me go ahead and shoot another $150, get that balance down. So when it comes time for credit limit increases, they see how responsible you were. Oh shit, he had a $500 limit. No, take him to $15. They want to keep you in debt, which is cool, but you got to utilize that debt to work for you and not against you. That don't mean go buy another pair of shoes. Go buy some designer shit. So for you to be out here buying $800, $900, $1,000 shoe, you need to be making some decent money. You understand what I'm saying? Stay in your lane. Ride your lane, dog. Whatever your lane is, man, ride that. Man, I'm not going out here buying no mirrors and shit. Why? Because that's not within my wheelhouse. I'm not finna trick myself into believing that I can afford $1,400 jeans. Can I buy them? Yes. But can I afford them? No. It's a difference. You see what I'm saying? So, me, I'm looking at it like this. If I can't purchase 10 of them, I don't need it. Not saying I'm going to buy 10, but I need to be in a position to purchase 10 in order for me to even buy one. You got to be smart, man. You got to think logical. Feel what I'm saying? Everything that you do has to be within the bounds of moderation, but also done with logic. So again, get your credit right, man. You know what I mean? If you're willing to do what nobody else want to do for 2 or 3 years, man, you put yourself in a position to do what you want to do for the rest of your life. And with that, I'm gone, man. 63 divided by 9 times 4 divided by 2 minus 8 plus 1. Get Get your credit right.